of whom on the story we're joined by one of the protest leaders, Deborah Enyonam Dabor, also popularly known as Miz Debbie. Good evening to you, Deborah, and thank you so much for your time tonight. Let's talk about what it's taken to organize this protest. How long have you and others been planning it for?
Good evening. So this protest is actually something that we've been planning for years. We've been doing it every year on the 21st of September, which is the birthday of the founder of our independence, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. So that is the day we chose to demonstrate.
Why do you think this year you've received such a harsh response? And perhaps speak to us about how the police have treated this protest previously.
Okay, so on the first day of the protest, most people were taken away by the police. There was no reason why, but we all know that it was unlawful. But thanks be to God, they were released the same day. That same evening, we were released. There were people who were released that day. But we decided to do it on that day because it's a holiday, and it's the only time that most people would like to reconnect with Ghana as a country. Thank you.
And previously, when you've held this protest, as you've said, it's been an annual event. Have you also been met with the arrests by the police and the targeting of protesters by the police?
Sorry, can I have the question again?
So when you've held the protest previously, because you said earlier that this is a protest that has been taking place every year, what has been the response of the police? Yeah, what was the response of the police?
Oh, they've been okay. You know, they are very understandable. But what we didn't really understand was who called them, what happened, why did they pick up people unlawfully? Because it is part of our rights. You know, when it comes to the constitution of the country, we have rights to demonstrate. So we really don't know what happened this time. But then again, it actually provoked more people, and lots of people came on the ground to protest.
Let's talk about the state of the economy in Ghana. Of course, we're seeing really the world over that many people are struggling economically, and Ghana has not been spared from that. What is life like to survive for the average Ghanaian?
So right now, Ghana is like one of the most expensive African countries. And please, to be very honest with everybody, it's very bad. It's hard. It is so hard that the ordinary Ghanaian cannot eat. I know for a fact that our people are not happy. You know, when it comes to the minimum wage is less than, let's say we are looking around $12. That's like 14 cedis. That is the minimum wage for every Ghanaian. Mm-hmm. And every day, there are people who spend so much because things are expensive. We the women, especially we the women, we have children to feed the children, even the hospital bit. The hospital is bad, roads are bad, nothing is happening in the country currently. We have ministers who have millions of dollars caught with them. Their maids were stealing money from them. We have people who fly up and down the country. They are misusing the country. They do not respect the people of Ghana. And we really want them to take action now because we are tired of the situation.
When you look at the fact that the police prevented you as protesters from reaching the seat of government, have you been able to have the conversation with the government of the day, with these ministers that you're saying are abusing state resources?
None of them were man enough to come and meet the protesters. Nobody came out to give us any speech whatsoever. We had American rapper McMill come into the country, and he went to the same Jubilee House to shoot a music video. They have been stopping us from going to the Jubilee House for quite a long time. The question here is, what are they afraid of? Don't they want us to exercise our rights? Why can't they make the country a better place? They've been playing with our educational systems. Right now, when you talk in Ghana, Kolebu is a teaching hospital. Dialysis machine is not working. People are dying every day. Yet we have ministers who are keeping billions of dollars in their homes. Here's the question. Why don't they want to come out? We need the world to intervene. What is happening in the country? We need people to ask this particular government what is happening. How is our resources being handled? We want to know.
Deborah, this brings the question about what next for yourself and the group of protesters that you've been able to gather over the last couple of days.
We are going to keep crying lawfully until they can hear us. But then again, we all know what happens. They say it's democracy in Ghana. Our terms will do justice when the time comes. We will vote them out of power and get people who can try to do a better job, because we don't really know what they have done for the past 8 years.
So as things stand, then the protest is continuing?
The protest is finished. We ended yesterday, but we are planning new ones. We have things that we want to do. So we'll still call on people. If they are not listening to us, they need to meet up with our demands. We will keep being in the streets to fight. That's the only thing we can do for now.
Have all the people who were arrested been released?
Yes, all the 57 people who were arrested have been released.
What is your message, I mean, to the officials, to those in power in Ghana right now, as you talk about just the impact that the state of the economy is having on ordinary citizens? What is it that you would like them to know?
Mr. President Nana Akufo-Addo, this is me, Miz Debbie, once again. Please, hold people accountable. We are tired. We don't want to steal. We don't want to sleep around with people. We are tired of suffering, Mr. President. Do something. The youth of Ghana want to rise. And this is when we have to show Africa that we need to unite and fight corrupt leaders. Start from your table. Pay attention to us. The women of Ghana are not happy. The men are not happy. The children are not happy. Do something. We voted for you to be in power. We didn't vote for you to oppress us. It is part of our national anthem. We will not bow down to any oppressor's rule. No. You said it that we should be citizens and not spectators. We are talking now. We are being citizens. Help us. Do something, Mr. President. Thank you.
All right. That is Deborah Enyonam Dabor, who is one of the protest leaders in Ghana, as you heard there, convening really thousands of protesters over the last 3 days in the capital, Accra.